the quiet town of Connecticut, where shadows danced in the moonlight and whispers of the unknown filled the air, the Warren Occult Museum stood as a chilling monument to the supernatural. Its halls housed a collection of haunted artifacts, each one carrying a malevolent presence that could send shivers down even the bravest souls. On a moonlit evening, a man named Robert arrived at the museum. His skeptical nature masked a deep curiosity about the occult, and he was determined to challenge the infamous Annabel doll. With a disdainful smirk, he mocked the doll's reputation, taunting it with his words and daring it to prove its power. As Robert's laughter echoed through the dimly lit room, Ed and Lorraine Warren, the owners of the museum, exchanged worried glances. They knew all too well the dangers of disrespecting the supernatural. Ed approached Robert, his voice filled with warning, and ordered him to leave before it was too late. A mixture of anger and defiance filled Robert's eyes as he stormed out of the museum. His pride wounded, he straddled his motorcycle, vowing to prove that the supernatural was nothing more than fiction. Little did he know that the forces he had challenged were far from imaginary. The engine roared to life, but as Robert raced through the desolate roads, an eerie fog enshrouded his vision. His mocking laughter transformed into nervous chuckles, a sign of mounting fear. The woods whispered secrets he couldn't comprehend, and the night seemed to close in around him. Suddenly, the motorcycle's engine sputtered and died, leaving Robert stranded in the heart of darkness. Panic consumed him as he desperately tried to restart the bike. But the sinister presence that had been awakened had other plans. A bone-chilling gust of wind swept through the forest, causing the trees to creak in protest. Robert's heart raced as he felt an unseen presence looming closer, its breath cold against his neck. Shadows danced around him, morphing to twisted figures that whispered maledictions in his ear. In a desperate attempt to escape the encroaching horror, Robert's hands gripped the handlebars, but they were no longer under his control. The motorcycle careened off the road, hurtling towards a gnarled tree with its branches twisted like skeletal fingers. Time seemed to stretch as Robert hurtled through the air, his body a puppet in the hands of an otherworldly force. The sickening sound of the crash reverberated through the forest, its echoes carrying the weight of a curse, brought upon by arrogance and disbelief. Back at the Warren Occult Museum, a hushed silence fell over the visitors as news of the accident reached their ears. The connection between Robert's mocking and the tragedy sent shivers down their spines, awakening a primal fear that lurked deep within. The whispers of a malevolent spirit, seeking vengeance for its tarnished honor, spread like wildfire through the haunted halls. Within the glass case, Annabel remained motionless, her porcelain face eternally serene. Those who dared to meet her gaze felt a chill crawl up their spine, realizing the true power of the supernatural that they had so arrogantly dismissed. The legend of Robert's ill-fated encounter became a haunting tale passed down through generations, serving as a cautionary reminder of the consequences that befall those who mock the forces beyond comprehension. The Warren Occult Museum became a place of reverence and fear, drawing those seeking answers or testing their skepticism, but always reminding them of the price they might pay. As for Robert, his name became etched in the annals of horror, forever linked to the tragedy that unfolded that fateful night. The town of Connecticut remained forever shadowed by the darkness he had awakened, and his tale served as a chilling reminder of the horrors that await those who challenge the unknown.